As always, there are timestamps in the timeline and in the description below. Feel free to skip around the video to find what you like and enjoy. Hello and welcome to another stationery unboxing. I actually am recording a voiceover for this, even though I talked through the whole process of opening this because my audio was terrible. And I have bought another mic boom arm so I can avoid this forever for the rest of my life. Anyway, I have for you guys today a bunch of fountain pen inks, some notebooks, and a couple of other accessories and stickers, little bits and pieces there, but mostly a fountain pen ink review and a notebook. So I'm showing you guys here a Midori clip band. It is an A5 size and it's supposed to go clip on to any A5 notebook you have, and you can use it as a way to keep it closed. It's really great and reusable if you don't have a band around your other notebooks. So these are ink samples, and these are about $3.80 each. One was $3.60, but a couple of cents difference. I got 3 inks, 2 Sailors, 1 Nagasawa Kobe, and I'm going to actually do writing samples for each one of these with a glass nib, and I'm going to do these on Tomoe River paper, and this is the old Tomoe River paper, and this is very limited resource, but this is actually my quote ink testing notebook. So yeah, these actually came packaged with a little bit of saran wrap on top, which I found was like really clever. So like nothing spilled, everything was great when it got here. The first one I'm testing out is Sailor's Ink Studios 162, which is kind of this like teal blue green with like purple shading. It's a really gorgeous ink, like genuinely truly gorgeous ink. I love it so much, and I'm honestly surprised with the amount of depth and just shading that this ink had. When it first dried, it looked a lot more green than I thought it would. However, as it actually fully dried, you got a little bit more of those blue tones, and it is an absolutely wonderful ink if you like purple, green, blue, and you like shady inks. I personally am in love with this, and it's pushing me to use Tomoe River more and more. And I'm not the biggest fan of Tomoe River because it ghosts, but just being able to see the intricate shading on these inks is honestly worth it. The next sample I have for you today is Sailor Ink Studios 280. I write it down. I completely forgot, I'm sorry. But this is a a greenish yellow with brown undertones, and it is beautiful. I have been looking for a green ink that I can really see myself using. I don't really like greens that are too dark and too solid and not shady, because I like all of my inks to have that kind of characteristic. But as this dries, you can tell here that there's brown shading underneath the yellow green kind of ink. It's gorgeous, and the shading shows through so well in Tomoe River, and it is absolutely beautiful. I think if I find a matching pen for this is something that I would keep in there as like a daily like a permanent ink in there. I really like it. Also, I spent a lot of the ink section like changing my lighting, so if you see a change in lighting, it's because I'm trying to like do my best to show how the inks look and show how they shade but also not have the white of the paper super blown out, as it goes sometimes. The next one I'm going to, and just forgive my pronunciation already, Nagasawa Kobe Goshikiyama Ocher. Okay, I got through that mostly unscathed, but this is kind of like a, I wouldn't even say it's like a brown, it's more of like a dark peach, earthy peach color, and it's so gorgeous. Honestly, this is closer to the color that I was expecting out of a Sailor Manyo Sakura rather than like the bright orange that it almost has when using it with like a fine nib. I do have to give it to like Sailor Manyo Sakura, it does get nicer the broader the nib you use it with, but I don't really write with broad nibs. I just like fine nibs a lot more, except for my medium vanishing point. But yeah, this ink, absolutely gorgeous. It's a bit of a muted tone, and I like that. It's got that like earthiness to it, muted color, but very, very unique. And I can't speak to the actual flow of the ink in a fountain pen, but it seemed pretty wet to me. So I actually put a picture of this close up in my Instagram, studio.esper. If you don't already follow me there, give me a follow. I would really appreciate it. And you can see these inks up close. And I did my best to edit it to make it look like as it were in person. The next thing I have for you today is Life Vermillion A6 notebook. So if you guys have been around the channel for a little bit, you know that my planner is an A6. I love A6 notebooks, and I figured it was time for me to broaden my horizons, as it were, and check out new notebooks, learn more about what I can be using, you know. So I ordered this Life notebook so that I can place it behind my Midori A6 grid that I'm about to show you right now. So I normally use this for my to-do, my calorie counting, and you can see that on the screen right now. And this is my basic bullet journal setup where it's just month, day of the week, my to-dos, my workout, which I haven't done yet today because I need to finish this video. But yeah, that is like a system that I've stuck with for so long because it's so simple that I can just, it's so easy for me to keep up. Now in the back, this is kind of new. I have a field notes where I do all of my grocery shopping and my grocery list, movies that I want to watch, random notes, ideas that pop into my head throughout the day, things that don't really fit into the system that I've already had. And I got this Life notebook instead as a fountain pen friendly alternative for the field notes because the field notes bleeds. Not a lot, but enough for me to like be annoyed about it. So yeah, I was actually in the video I was talking about how the Life notebook is sewn, so in the middle of it is just thread, as opposed to field notes that are stapled and I have to put washi tape in the middle so it doesn't rip away at my elastics for my notebook. And I do a brief check on the back of here with a fountain pen. This is a fine TWSBI nib with Noodler's Apache Sunset, and it is completely fountain pen friendly. It looks amazing. I love it, and I'm very glad with the purchase because the Life notebook is super thin, but I can still keep all of my notes there. It won't bleed. And yeah, I'm gonna finish my field notes all the way through. I think it would be a waste not to, but I'm glad I have the Life notebook. So these are LCN print-on stickers that are postage stamps, and I thought that these were normal stickers, and when I got them here, you see that they're print on stickers, and that made me so happy. I love print on stickers, and you guys know that I love everything vintage. So these are great, and they come in two designs, I guess. They're the same designs on each page, but there are two sets of like colored and then monochrome. So you'll see here, these are the colored versions of the postage stamps, and you get two of these designs, and then you get two of the monochrome postage stamps where it's just kind of like shades of each color here. Honestly, I'm super excited to use this. LCN is kind of pricey, but never fails. And I really like that moon stamp in the corner above. And let me just do the zoom thing, focus thing. Yeah, that one on top left, and then on the bottom here, all the way on the bottom right. So yeah, I've normally been using moose stickers, which are also great. I like them, but they're about $3.50 a page, and these were for a 4-pack for $8, so $2 a page. And the designs are amazing. Obviously they don't do the same purpose, but these are actually a little bit more in my style than the moose stickers, so I'll definitely be getting more of these. So now we come to the meat of the video. That's not true. I don't know why I said it. Anyway, these are my notebooks and notebook covers. This is a Midori A5 grid notebook, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's double the A6. And this is a Stalogy 365 A5 planner. Stalogy is a brand I don't personally use because the paper in it is so thin, but my roommate really likes the Stalogy half-year A6 that I got him, and he was mentioning how it was just a little bit too small when he's at home taking notes, and his notes will take up like 4 or 5 pages in the A6. So I ended up getting him the 365, so like the thicker version, full year A5 version, so he can have his notes a little bit more like together in like one page, so he doesn't have to keep using up multiple pages just for a few notes. But yeah, I already gave it to him. He seemed really happy about it, so I'm happy about that. This set of things, Midori notebook cover and clip band, is actually something I got for myself for D&D, and I'm super duper excited about this because I haven't had an A5 in a long time. I haven't really had a reason to have an A5 because the A6 planner works so well for me. I don't do any intense note taking, but in a second here you'll see that this is I think this is an A5 Slim, and this is my D&D notebook, and I DM the campaign. So I've been talking about this a lot, and you guys can expect to see a lot more D&D content coming to the channel soon. It's going to be, some art, some prep, and it's just going to be a lot of D&D content. But this is the notebook I've been using. I actually used to use this as my bullet journal notebook, but it just bleeds with fountain pen. And I have 3 fountain pens here that are my daily drivers, and the Vanishing Point medium is especially juicy, and I just can't really deal with the bleeding through because it makes my pages look really, really not unprofessional, nobody's looking at this, but really, really messy, which for something that I'm trying to be really organized about is kind of frustrating. So I ended up buying the Midori, which I know is fountain pen friendly, and I'm gonna use this notebook right now so it doesn't go to waste as my staging notebook, as like an actual notebook where I kind of just jot down ideas and do rough things like track HP, do that sort of stuff. But I like this notebook a lot. It's great for gel pens, it's great for literally anything else, Copic markers, but it doesn't handle fountain pen very well. So I got a notebook that I know will handle fountain pen well, and I am actually really, really excited for this notebook because I want to keep like really meticulous notes and sketches and anything else in this notebook. So I am using this cover for the first time ever, actually. I think that I just wanted to do something a little bit more aesthetic because it was D&D. Normally, I just use a plastic cover, but this has the top sewn with the thread you saw earlier, and it's got this like really nice light pink peach tone to it, and that's why I got the red band. Oh wow, we're zooming out super far. Okay. So yeah, this was especially made for A5. So I know that this notebook looks absolutely super great with this cover, and I wanted to have a little bit, it doesn't look old-timey, but it does look a little bit more aesthetic than that plastic cover that I normally use, which is for function. I spill a lot of water all the time, constantly, so I wanted to avoid that. But I think that having this paper cover is just going to be so great. I'm going to put the clip band on in a second here, and you can see how it really just ties everything together. I have the black clip band, and it doesn't look as great, honestly. It looks very, very stark on the white covers, so I wasn't really as happy with it, and I wanted to try to use this red clip band after I'm done struggling with it. And yeah, you can see right here, it looks so great. Ties the whole thing together. And I now have my D&D notebook, which I will be doing Plan With Me D&D DM style soon. I know I've already talked about all the D&D content I'm planning, and I haven't released any, I know, but yeah. So these are all of the things that I bought, and it's gonna start in a second, so I'm just gonna start with you. The notebook cover, clip band, Midori A5, 3 ink samples, a Stalogy notebook, and an A6 Life notebook, and a 4-pack of the LCN print-on stickers. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. I am always down there if you have any questions. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe for more content, and make sure to let me know what you want to see more of in my channel. And I also have all of my socials down in the description below. Thank you for watching. Bye.